Good morning, and I would like to thank you for joining us today. I'm Michelle Lee, and I'm the Dietetic Internship Director and a Registered Dietitian at East Tennessee State University. And we are here today with two dietetic interns, the future dietitians. We have Logan Peters and Samantha Taylor, and they're going to talk to you today about managing your weight and talk to you a little bit about fad diets and setting goals and healthy eating. So I'm going to turn it over to them.
Yes. So have you tried any of these, like Jenny Craig, or you said the South Beach that someone had suggested it. Has anyone tried any of these?
I know somebody did Weight Watchers.
Weight Watchers. Which I think Weight Watchers is pretty good because it does teach you how to eat, but then you have to worry about, are you saving up your points and then eating it like a huge meal that could be a little more not along with what the diet is for. But anyone else tried any of these? No? Okay, well, the reason why these are called fad diets is because they offer really quick fixes, and they guarantee that you're going to lose like 6 pounds in a week and that you don't have to exercise. And really, they can be pretty dangerous. So now Samantha is going to talk a little bit about the health risks that come along with obesity and being overweight.
Okay. As you know, being overweight does increase your risk of developing different diseases. Being at risk doesn't necessarily mean that you will get the disease, but you are at a higher chance of getting it. These are some of the diseases that are increased risk with being overweight: coronary heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers such as colon and breast cancer, hypertension. It increases your chance of having high cholesterol, liver and gallbladder disease, sleep apnea and respiratory problems, and osteoarthritis.
Okay, so what exactly is appropriate weight loss? That would be, focusing on a diet that's high in fruits and vegetables and whole grains and the healthy fats and low-fat milks and dairy products. And also setting these small but yet obtainable goals. So instead of saying, I'm going to lose like 6 pounds this week, like some of the fad diets offer or suggest that you could do, it's better to say, I'm going to lose 1 pound this week, or just change one thing, because having just really small goals that are more obtainable, you're going to have a better mindset and you're going to have a positive outlook on your weight loss. And once again, like I said, having a positive mindset is really important. If you don't meet your goal, it's okay. Just try again next week, and just, you can't give up, because it takes about 30 days for a change to even take place. And also, the small non-food related rewards. So we don't want to lose 1 pound and then say, okay, I'm going to eat some ice cream as my reward, because that kind of contradicts the weight loss. But if, like, for instance, I really like going to the movies. So if I set a small goal and said, I'm going to work out every day this week, at least 30 minutes a day, and if I do that, then I'm going to go see a movie, because that's just something that I really enjoy. Another important aspect would be the portion control, which we talked about a little bit last week with diabetes. But just to kind of refresh your memory a little bit, and we have 2 little handouts that are the same ones up here, so if you want to glance at those. So a bread size would be the size of a cassette tape, and I know you all know what those look like. I know what they look like too. So we would cut this in half, really. So if you think about that, when you eat like a sandwich, you're eating 4 servings. So that's quite a lot. The pasta would be about the size of a tennis ball, and that's 3/4 of a cup, and that would be the same thing with rice. And a potato, which we talked about last week. When we go to restaurants and stuff, the baked potato will be like just huge. But what you want to focus on is just a small fist size for a potato. And then as far as a salad goes, a little bit bigger than a tennis ball. So a baseball size would be just a little bit bigger than this, and that would be a cup. And then as far as fruit goes, which we also talked about last week, the smaller fruits, which are kind of hard to find unless, you get those bigger bags of fruit, but you can always just cut it in half if you have an apple or an orange. And then the tennis ball is a good reference for about how many 2 teaspoons, so for your salad dressing and things like that. And then for the juice, the 4 ounces is down here, and then milk, 8 ounces is up here. So kind of just visualizing that. And then also an appropriate serving size of a biscuit. So like we talked about last week with the Hardee's biscuits, which are really, really big. Yeah. But working with these portion sizes and trying to control that is also going to help with weight loss.
Okay, if you look at your handout that says quick meal ideals, the handout has different breakfast, lunch, and dinner ideals, and it's broken up into categories on how many calories it contains. So if you look at the lunch, on a 200 to 300 calorie lunch, you can have a 3-ounce water-packed tuna with 1.5 tablespoons of light mayonnaise, with 2 slices of whole wheat bread, lettuce, and 2 slices of tomato, and an orange on the side for just 200 to 300 calories. So this just gives you a few little ideals that you can do for lunch or dinner that are lower in calories. Okay, the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is staying active. It's important to be active in your life to keep up your health, for your heart, and you walk every day. So the first thing I'm going to tell you about is the hand grip. You just need a tennis ball. You're just going to hold the tennis ball and you're going to squeeze and you're going to hold for 1 second and release slowly. You're going to do that for 10 to 15 times on each hand and then repeat 2 to 3 sets. The next thing I'm going to show you is a wall push-up. You are going to face the wall. You're going to stand a little farther than arm's length away from the wall. Your feet are going to be shoulder width apart and facing the wall. You're going to put your hands, and you want it to be straight from your shoulder. You don't want to be up here or really low because it would be more likely to hurt your shoulder. And you're just going to slowly push yourself into the wall and hold for a second and push back up until your arms are straight again. So you're going to do that 10 to 15 times and rest, and then you can do it again 2 to 3 sets throughout the day. The next thing we're going to do is chair stands. This is something that's good to do while you're watching TV, during commercials. Again, your feet are shoulder width apart. And you're just going to sit like you would normally sit in a chair, but a little slower. You're not just going to flop down. It's going to be controlled. You're going to lean back, put your arms across your chest, raise up. The whole time you want your back to be straight. You don't want to be hunkered over or bent to the side. You want to be straight up with good posture. You're going to breathe in slowly and then breathe out as you stand. You're just going to stand up, and you can just do that 10 to 15 times and then rest. In the next commercial, you can do it again 2 to 3 sets a day. Okay, the next thing is a back leg raise. You're going to find a sturdy chair, one that's not going to roll away with you. You're going to hold the back, and it might help to have a taller chair so that you're not having to bend over to reach the chair. Once again, your feet are shoulder width apart and facing the chair. And you're just going to hold on, and you're going to lift your back leg. And you want your back leg to stay as straight as possible. It may bend a little, but your front knee is going to bend slightly. And you want to make sure that you stay upright, not letting your upper body go forward. You don't want to do this or bend anyway. You want to keep it straight with good posture and just lift your back leg. And you'll do that again for 10 to 15 times on each leg. Then you can do 2 to 3 sets. And this is more strength-based. It's also important to get your cardio in for your heart. So today we are going to give you a pedometer. And your goal is to walk 10,000 steps a day. And after you sort of track where you are in one day, you don't necessarily have to go from 5,000 one day to 10,000 the next day. Just set yourself a goal that each day I will increase 500 steps until I meet my goal. That way you're not having to walk a lot of extra in one day that you're not used to.
Mr. Goins, you walk 6 miles?
6 to 8 miles.
Okay. So 1
3 to 4
mile,
days a week, 3 to 4
1
days a
mile
week.
is about 2,000 steps.
Yes.
So he won't have any problem reaching his
You won't have a
goal.
problem at all.
He's getting in his 10,000 steps.
You're just
but
going to have to recruit other people to come with you.
Well, at one time we had a pretty good bunch, but most of them were working or going back to school, so that's hurt them.
well, good.
You'll have to let us know how many steps you do walk in a day.
Okay, well, that's pretty much all we have today as far as weight management goes. But does anyone have any questions about anything we've talked about the fad diets or how to set goals or anything like that? No? Okay, well, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.